Latest news coming out of Arsenal surprised me, absolutely shocked me as it happens. Arsenal are looking to sign Brentford's captain, Christian Nørgaard. Where did this come from? God only knows. So I'm here today. I probably will speak about this later on the Red Report, on the podcast, but I just wanted to get people's opinions out there. Someone might see this today and let me know, if this is really going to happen or not. But apparently, we're going to sign him as a replacement for Jorginho, who's gone back to Brazil. It's a good signing for me. A good, it's a shock one, but it's good business. It's going to be around. They said about 11 million euros, but the negotiations have been going on, and it's looking to be a little bit cheaper than that. I mean, 11 million, what is that in pounds? About 9.4, something like that, 0.3. But I'm hearing in the last hour that it's more like £8 million to sign Christian Nørgaard. I think that's a bargain. And, before everybody starts getting their knickers in a twist about it, because he's 31, but he had a great season last year. He had a great season, and I think it's good business. A replacement for Jorginho. I mean, we needed to replace him. We know Thomas Partey's leaving, so we brought in Zubimendi. Now we brought in another midfielder, so the rebuilding the midfield is on. The last piece of the puzzle for me is to sort out what we're going to do about Odegaard in that midfield. Are we going to keep him, or are we going to, I've heard about a Morgan Rogers coming in. So for me, that would be another brilliant signing. And then obviously we've got to sort out the left and the striking options. But this video is about actually the signing and what you all feel out there of Christian Nørgaard from Brentford. In my opinion, I think it's great business. And also has been basically been confirmed as well is Kepa from Chelsea, the goalkeeper, a backup goalkeeper. A lot of people getting their knickers in a twist about him as well. But he's not going to get much game time. Look at last season with Neto. Got hardly any game time. Had to play against Bournemouth, didn't he? Hang on, sorry. We got him from Bournemouth. He was on loan from Bournemouth. So, what am I talking about? What game did he have to play in? I must be thinking about last season when we had Raya on loan from Brentford. Anyway, forget about that. That's irrelevant. I don't know. I've lost the plot a little bit there. My train of thought's gone away a little bit. But I mean, he was on loan at Bournemouth himself last season. Kepa, and had a brilliant season there. And he's only coming in to be a backup, and he's not going to get much game time. Probably League Cup and the odd game here and there maybe, but he's not going to get a lot of game time. But he's going to be a good backup for David Raya for next season. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the Kepa deal, but I'm also happy with this one. Hello, Anthony Herbert in the chat. How you doing, sir? Gabriella, how you doing in the chat? Nice to see a few people in the chat. What do you think of this deal? Arsenal fans out there. Anthony's in the chat. I know he's an Arsenal fan. He'll be on the podcast later on tonight as well. But I just couldn't wait to get your opinions on this one. This signing gives me the shits. Why? He's a Jorginho replacement. He ain't going to play a lot of football, really, is he? And look how good he was last season. He was their captain, Brentford's captain. Brentford had a good season. Thomas Frank's gone to Spurs. So the squad's going to be depleted. We can see that. We know that, obviously, Mbuimo could be going to either Spurs or United as well. Excuse me. Messi or Ronaldo? I'm going with Messi, Gabriella. For me, it's always been Messi, without a shadow of a doubt. To me, he's always been my favourite player, basically ever. He's brilliant. He's like, you've got the Maradonas and the Pelés and the Jules Best and players like that. Everybody goes for them kind of players, but for me, Messi. He's a Brentford flip-flop. Anthony Herbert in the chat is a Brentford flip-flop. Listen how close I'm getting to 1,000 subscribers, Anthony. Have you noticed? Bye, Gabriella. You're obviously a Ronaldo. That's who you like, Ronaldo. See you later. But that's why she's left the chat probably, or it might be a man, I don't know. Gabriella sounds more like a woman's name though, to be fair. But anyway, that person's says, I left the chat because I picked Messi, I think. But anyway, put your comments in there. What do you think of the Nørgaard? Anthony's saying he's not happy with it. Oh, you like Messi? Oh, okay. That's because of me. 100k subs. Because I haven't got 100k. I ain't even got 1,000 subs. I ain't even got 1k subs yet. But it's getting close. About 3 or 4 away now. So if you ain't subbed to the channel, what's wrong with you? Sign, smash the absolute granny out of that sub button and the like button. If you're in the chat there, come and check the channel out. Come and check the Arsenal podcast out. There's loads of them on there. 1,000k. What are you talking about, Anthony? Anthony, so you think this Nørgaard deal's no good? Don't you like the deal? I think it's a good deal. I really do. And for the money as well, saving money for us. Oh, you have to do your homework. All right, you crack on with that, Gabriella, and stay at school. Stay at school. Everyone needs your education. Everyone needs an education. It's the best part of your life. The best days of your life, your schooling years. Because when you leave school, the pressure's on. Got to get work. Got to get a job. You know, it's hard. Bills to pay. While you're at home, doing your schooling and your own work and that, and you're with your parents, just stay there as long as you can. Anyway, that's enough schooling advice from me. Stop buying subs. I ain't bought one sub, Anthony. I ain't bought one sub. I don't buy subs. But this ain't about me. This is about Nørgaard. Anthony, be honest. You're not happy with it still. Anybody else out there? Are you happy with the deal? Let me know. Put it in the comment section. Let's go. Let's find out what people feel about it. I need to know because Partey leaving, Jorginho already gone, Zubimendi coming in, you know, and this still for Nørgaard, Brentford captain. Great business. Great business. This might be because Andre Alberto's coming to the club. Can you see of Mikel Arteta doing this kind of deal? No, not really. I believe that Berto had a lot to do with this Nørgaard deal. I'm pretty confident it would have been Berto, this kind of deal. He's 31 years old, a bit too old for really Mikel Arteta's taste, isn't he? Also, he's a Danish international, Denmark, along with Odegaard. So, you know, they know each other. It could be a good deal, man. It could be a great signing. A little dark horse signing of the summer, this one. You never know. And if we go and get, the links to Morgan Rogers, I'm praying that one's true. I'm praying that the link to Morgan Rogers, that midfield rebuild then would be in full swing, and that would solidate. Is that the word? Solidate? That would be a brilliant midfield rebuild. And then with a winger like Rodrigo and Gyökeres or Sesko, whoever we get up front, I mean, the jury's still out on what people prefer, what fans prefer. My preference is a Gyökeres. My mate's preference is a Sesko. There's a few people, it doesn't matter which one we get for sure, as long as we get one of them. I know we're not going to get an Isaac. He's probably going to be staying at Newcastle. Liverpool, I mean, I'll be shocked if they get him, if they sign him, and it will cost them about 150 million. But anyway, let's read this message from Anthony. I'm surprised with Berto wanting Nørgaard. I wanted better. I would say that, but I would take to be proved wrong and see what he can do for us. Yeah, but he's not going to play a lot of games, Anthony. This is what I mean. We've got Zubimendi. He's obviously going to be playing with Declan Rice and Odegaard, right? So if we would have signed a more, someone better, like, whoever else, like another superstar midfielder, how's he going to get into the team? We've also got Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's left back and a midfielder. We're looking into bringing in that Jarell Hatto, a left back from Ajax. If we sign him, they're saying that Skelly could be used on the left back or in midfield, and we don't want to overbloat it because the players are going to get frustrated. They're not getting game time. So I think this Nørgaard deal, I think that's a no-brainer, and for the money, it's going to be around 8 million. I think it's a fantastic bit of business. I really do. I do, because you're not going to get a player of that caliber. And I think he is a good player. Don't get me wrong. Premier League ready, Premier League proven, captain as well. You know, he's an international, Denmark, mate. I think it's a good signing. Darwin Núñez is off to Napoli for 40 million. So that means that Osman might be leaving. Should we go in for him? Absolutely go in for Osman if he's available. If all this turmoil that's going on with Sesko wanting a release clause put into his contract, the Sporting Lisbon digging their heels in about the transfer fee for, excuse me one sec, for Gyökeres. Maybe we might have to think to ourselves, you know what, let's look elsewhere. People were saying we might wind up with Ollie Watkins. I was advocating for Ollie Watkins back in January. We all was, even you, Anthony. We were saying, just get fucking Watkins in there. Then we were told, no, we're going to wait till the summer. It's going to be a superstar in the summer. Now, what's happening there? All the chess pieces are being moved and put into play, all these strategies and all that they keep saying. Nah, mate, for me, just go and sign a player. And if it means going for Osman, I don't think many teams are really interested in Osman for whatever reason. We heard, in the past about an attitude problem. That's probably why Napoli don't want him back. Galatasaray, I believe, do want to keep him. He's been on loan there. But, what boga? What are you talking about? About time you got that boga out your nose. What are you talking about? Was there a bogey up there? Anyway, now you got me paranoid. You got me paranoid now. What was I saying? Yeah, Osman, great player, mate. Great player. I rate him very highly. And I mean, if we could get him we could get him cheap. What do you think? About 50, 60 million, get him cheap? Maybe we need to look elsewhere. Maybe we do. And then, get this fucking summer window, get the ball rolling and get them ready, get the team that we're going to go forward with into pre-season, because pre-season starts in the next week, I think it is. So they've got about another week's holiday and then it's pre-season. So we need to get these deals done and dusted, because it's a lot better to get your business done and get everybody together for pre-season, rather than waiting until the end of the transfer window and getting a last-minute buy. This pre-season training, at least that helps the team to gel. They all get to know each other. They train together. They play friendlies. They get to know each other's game, and it goes a long way. I would take Sesko if he replaces Odegaard and plays behind the striker in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Yeah, Sesko, his game, I've seen a lot of analytics and analysis of the way he plays, and he is one of them strikers. He's a big chap, 6'5", but he is one of them strikers that loves to drop deep into a more false 9 stroke number 10 position. So Anthony, yeah, that could be, something, and we know that's the way Arteta does like to play that, with a false 9, with the forward dropping, or chasing back and trying to build from deep. And he's not the sort of, the way we were playing last season. It wasn't as if we had a man up top. It don't matter who it was, whether it was Moreno, whether it was Havertz, or whether it was Jesus. A man up top for the out ball, like the way Man City played when they first signed Haaland. They wanted the player to be a vocal point, to be an out ball, to stay up top, not to drop deep all the time, not to be too close to that midfield, and so there was an out ball. And I mean, that worked very well for Man City, evolving from what they was doing. It's basically what we're doing now. So we're about 2 years behind Man City in terms of that. But if we get Gyökeres, he's going to be more of a player to stay up top, isn't he? Sesko could be the player that drops deep and plays like that false 9. Thoughts on Bayern Munich wanting Martinelli for 50 million? Would you sell him to bring in Nico Williams? Yes, I'm afraid. I really do like Martinelli, but his game, he has regressed. However, I'm blaming Arteta for that. I think Martinelli could have been utilised more as more central, especially when we had no strikers. But he decided to put a defensive midfielder up front in Moreno. Didn't do a bad job, don't get me wrong, but I still think that Martinelli could have been used through the middle, and I think we would have brought some more strengths out of him. You know, it would have proved he must have been used at some point, like in training. He must be saying something, because we all know that we've seen him play. We've seen him play through the middle when he's been successful through the middle. So I'm not sure what Arteta's problem is with not using him like that. I don't know. He's very narcissistic, Arteta, very set in his ways and very stubborn. So I just think that, you know, once he says something, he likes to dig his heels in and stick with it instead of putting his hands up like I would, like most people would, and say, excuse me, putting their hands up and say like most people would, like, I got it wrong, but I'll fix it. Do you know what I mean? He'd rather stick with it and, you know, just keep trying until one day it comes to fruition. But it hasn't really worked, and what it has done is it's regressed Martinelli's game, using him on the left all the time, not even attempting to try him up front again. Very successful. I remember him scoring a goal against Chelsea a few years ago. I'm not sure if Arteta was the manager, but when he ran from deep inside our own half and he was running through the middle and he got the ball at his feet and he just boom and scored. Who remembers that? Brilliant goal. But Nico Williams is probably going to be going to Barcelona. I think he's done a come and get me plea to Barcelona, so that could be happening. But I don't know what the fee is though for Nico Williams. The fee's going to be probably around, was it about 60 million? Was that the release clause? Possibly was. I do remember seeing something like that. Anthony Herbert still would like Jonathan David on a free. 17 goals in 34 games, 6 assists, not bad for a free. That'd be a great signing as well. That could be somewhere where we look. Say we go forget about Sesko and Gyökeres, go and put all your eggs in the basket for Rodrigo, and then get a Jonathan David to play up front, but Jonathan David on a free. That's to me as well. To me, that sounds like good business to me as well. It really does. I'll tell you. I mean, I would go with that. I would be happy with that. If we forget about all the turmoil and all the bullshit that's going on with Sesko and Gyökeres, get Jonathan David on a free transfer, go and spend 80, 90 million on Rodrigo, and then we ain't spent a lot more money on Zubimendi and obviously Nørgaard, who this video's about. It's only 8 million for Nørgaard. Go and get a Morgan Rogers for 60, 70 million as well. Bang, you've got Odegaard, you know, on the bench, and you've got Morgan Rogers, Zubimendi and Declan Rice in midfield. Boss. I'll take that. And then on the bench, you've got Nørgaard and an Odegaard on the bench in case anything goes belly up. No injuries, or, you know, you want to make a slight tactical tweak. Mate, what do you think of that, Anthony? Yamal plays on the left. Oh, Lamine Yamal, yeah, they're a superstar young kid. That's true. Yeah. So where would Nico Williams play? I mean, they could rotate the squad. You know, these the Spanish teams do like to rotate the squad a lot. But you know, like Pep Guardiola, he rotates. You know, he knows how to rotate players. Williams at Barcelona, so you know. Could still go there, but I do get your point, and he's not gonna drop the Yamal on, or you know, unless it was a technical or an injury. Is it Deco that's the no, Deco's the sporting director, isn't he, at Barcelona? I can't remember who the manager is now. I can't remember. Is it Alonso? Rodrigo, too injury prone. Premier League too high for a standard for Sesko. David's saying Rodrigo's too injury prone. Hanging flick. So you think Rodrigo's too injury prone? I'm not sure about his injury record, but I know he's the argument Anthony just made about Nico Williams and the media Mal. I mean, Mbappe's there, isn't he? Mbappe's on the left for Real Madrid. I know he went into hospital, wasn't it? He had the shits basically, wasn't it? Gastroenteritis, it was reported. Hansi Flick. Oh yeah, Hansi Flick. Autocorrect got you there, David, didn't it? Yeah, yeah, Hansi Flick. Yeah. David, are you an Arsenal fan? I think I've seen you in the chat before. What do you think of this Nørgaard news? Do you believe it? Do you think it's true? And are you happy with it? That's the main question. Don't forget, guys, in the chat, stick a like. Press a like on the video for us. There's only 2 likes. There was 20 people watching a minute ago. So stick a like on there for us. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe, man. I'm getting close. I'm a whisker away. I'm a whisker away from getting the first proper, what they call it, milestone. I'm getting close. Hopefully I'll get there in the next week or so. And, you know, and then we can start building the channel properly, man. We can start building it. Spending some more time on it as well. That's what's important as well. Giving more content. That helps the algorithm too. So with views like that there, who I love and appreciate, the subscribers, the new viewers, the people that press like, appreciate you all. And if you like the content, don't forget to stick a like on the video for me. It helps the channel grow. So, you're a Newcastle United fan. What do you think of Isaac then? What do you think of Isaac? Is he going to stay? Is he going to go to Liverpool? It would be very, very fucking upsetting for you if he left Newcastle. You've got Champions League football. I think he owes you another season at least, Isaac. But if he does go to Liverpool, I mean, they're going to be formidable. How can you look at the players they've signed? Wirtz, Frimpong, who's the other player they've signed? They've signed another player as well, and if they get Isaac, oh my God, it's going to be like Man City all over again, isn't it? It's going to be like them. They'll probably win another Premier League next season as well. They might go on a 3P. Who knows? Nah, unsub. Get the subs down. He's a bloody flip-flop. Ah! I should have read that one out. Anthony's telling you all to unsub. That's very nice. He's a moderator on the channel. He's my superstar original guest for the podcast. And now he's going on the turn. Going on the turn, yeah. Typical Bristol Rovers fan. Typical Bristol Rovers fan. Unbelievable. Bristol City, I mean. We love a laugh here. Yeah, we love a laugh. Love the banter as well, man. Anthony, you're definitely coming on tonight, bro. Let me know. You didn't reply to the message I sent you. Let me know why you're in the chat. 7 o'clock tonight, the podcast, the Red Report. F the Rovers. Keep Isaac, build team around. Hate PS. Yeah, PSR. Yeah. Profit and sustainability rules. FFP as well, isn't it? Financial fair play. What's the difference? Does anybody know? Can anybody tell me? Because there's financial fair, FFP, financial fair play, PSR, profit and sustainability rules. Means the same fucking thing, don't it? Don't it mean the same thing? Let me know if there's a difference. I'm not sure what the difference is. Everyone mentions both of them. All the journalists and the pundits and, you know, the mainstream. They all mention it. They all mention it in the same breath. Got home from work. I'll be on at 7 p.m. Okay, wicked. Slim Jim, think you will finish 4th this season. Do you think, Slim Jim? 4th. We've got to see how the window goes, haven't we? We've got to see how the summer transfer window goes. If we're going to get these players that we've been linked to, which, you know, we're linked to half the world most summers. So, you know, you can't really believe it until they're holding up the shirt at the press conference, sign this contracts. You know, you can't really believe anything. But I mean, if we do get the players that you know, that I've mentioned today, the Rodrigos, the striker, you know, if we get Morgan Rogers, for example, as well, with Zubamendi already there, with Nørgaard coming in with Kepa coming in at the medical. I think that's an here we go, by the way. The Kepa, the Chelsea keeper, the stand-in, the backup, I should say. And say Liverpool don't get Isaac, which I hope they don't. I want him to stay at Newcastle. I think they should keep him for Europe. I think we'll run them close. I think we'll have a better chance. We do need a goal scorer, Slim Jim. Absolutely, brother. And this is, part of this video was about that as well. I think Arsenal are playing it safe with PSR from the 1st of July. We see the books level up. That's what I was mentioning before. With the financial year starts from the 1st of July. Like your PSR, your FFP, starts from the 1st of July. It's a football I don't know if they call it the football financial year, or it might be just Arsenal's. But I know our financial year, it could be the rest of the league, I'm not sure, starts from the 1st of July. People will say, well, why are Man City buying players? That I can't answer, because they're supposed to be banging trouble, so I don't know that. Why are Liverpool buying players? Well, they must have enough money from last year's financial fair play, because of obviously they didn't sign anyone, did they? They signed, I think it was Chiesa. Is it Chiesa, the player they signed? I think they might sign another player, but only a project player for peanuts. They never paid a lot of money really for Chiesa, and they still won the league with their new manager Arne Slot. But so they must have had some sort of money left that they could spend before the 1st of July. You never know. They might be waiting until the 1st of July. They might be waiting until the 1st of July before they make this big 150 million bid for Isaac. That's what it might be waiting for the football financial year. Or you never know. You never know. Del Boy wants his act back, Lee. Yeah, he's not getting it back. He's not getting it back. T-Man Tours in the chat. How you doing? Welcome back. Is Zubimendi a replacement for Partey? I believe so. I believe he is. Partey's going to be leaving on a free. He's going to be released, isn't he, at the end of the month? So the 1st of July, he's going to be leaving the club on the free. Could be going anywhere, man. Anyone can snap him up. Let's hope he don't go to another Premier League team. Let's hope he either goes to Barcelona's been interested in him. I said it about 2 weeks ago about that. A bit worried about him leaving the club. Static in the chat. How you doing? 6 likes and a subscribe. Thank you, sir. Static. But listen, we're on tonight, 7 p.m. If you're around, come and have a watch of the Red Report. Anthony's on the show. Also, I think Lawrence Emmanuel, if you know him, he's got the invite, so he may be joining us as well. We're going to be talking about what we all think of this Nørgaard deal. Basically, all you're getting right now is my opinion on it. I'm happy. For me, he's just a Jorginho replacement. Zubimendi was the Partey replacement. So, we need something a bit better than Odegaard, because Odegaard's season last year, was very, very poor. So, for me, he should definitely, I would have stripped him of the captaincy at least next season. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks, Static. Anthony Herbert is the legend in the chat. Yes, he is a legend. He is a legend, Static. He'll be on the show 7 p.m. tonight. So, listen, we're going to cut out now. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Don't forget, before you leave, stick a like. There's 12, 13 of you watching. Top them likes up for me. Come back 7 p.m. tonight. Check out the Red Report podcast. Laters.